Hey everyone, thank you for joining me again for another video. I'm currently grinding on this small dio piece that I'm going to be using for my entry for the fourth round of the ACBA Photo Combat competition. Yeah, I'm still pretty lucky to be able to last this long. Didn't really expect too much when I joined this competition because, as I said, this was my first time competing. But I'm here, the fourth round, and the theme for this round is figures in feature film. So pretty much you could use any movie scene and use action figures to recreate those scenes. And for me, I thought about it, and I was thinking of using something more iconic in terms of a scene, something that a lot of people will be able to relate to, but at the same time not really overly used, because for example, Star Wars will be, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will gravitate towards that, and so I don't really want to go that route, even though I love Star Wars. It's one of my favorite films or series, but I just don't want to risk the the coincidence of having someone also use the same scene. So anyway, what I'm thinking of doing is basically Forrest Gump. The scene where he has those box of chocolate, and so I printed this as my reference, but this is actually not the actual scene that I'm gonna be creating. I'm gonna put a little bit of twist to it. So right now what I'm doing right now is trying to create that bench. So basically my scene will be something similar to this. Like if you look at this picture, when I frame it, something like this. Obviously I'm going to be using a different figure, but something like that. So right now I'm going through this and I'm trying to come up with a bench design. I try to use this as a reference, like I said, and be authentic as much as possible. I went the route of using insulation foam as my material for this one, because I'm kind of don't have that much time for this. I only have about 3 days to complete this. So that means I have to have this prop made, and then give myself enough time to be able to set up my photography to take pictures. So in reality, I probably only have about a couple of days to complete this accessory, the diorama. So I'll have at least a day on Saturday to set up and do my pictures. So the first thing that I did in here is created my pattern for that little um, post. Basically have 3 of these, so I'll be making 3 of these. And like I said, I made this, cut it out. I'm still gonna sand this a little bit so that the edges will be a little bit more smooth and uniform. And then I basically just trace this pattern in this insulation foam, and then from there I'm gonna do my cut. So I'm gonna end up having 3 of these already. And then once I have that, those 3 created, my idea is, I'm still not committed to this, but I was thinking of maybe doing, using this material, popsicle sticks and or maybe a coffee stirrer sticks. But the only problem with this two that I'm having is that this bench is actually probably just based on the size of the person sitting in there. I'd say this whole bench right here is probably about 10 feet, which translates to about 10 inches in a 1/12 scale. And this popsicle sticks is only about 4 inches, so it would have been nice if this is longer, so that I'll be able to use one piece to go all the way across. So I don't know if I'll go this route, because that means I'm gonna end up using multiple of these, and I don't really want to have to show like a seam somewhere in here, because like if you look at this picture, that wood piece, it looks like it's just one piece. So I want to do something similar. The same thing for this coffee stirrer cups, coffee stirrer sticks. It's about 7.5 inches long. So again, it's short, and at the same time, it's narrow. Compared to this one right here. This one is the right size. It would have been the perfect, width. This one, it's too narrow, so it doesn't look as good. So I might end up using probably balsa wood for these, which I don't have ready at the moment. I'm gonna look at some of my supplies, see if I have some extras that I can do, but that means I have to do some cutting for that, and that usually takes a little bit more time, because I need to measure and make sure that my cuts are straight and even. But yeah, I just wanted to share this, and hopefully when I'm done with this diorama accessory piece, I'll be able to share that with you guys too. Alright, here's a quick update. I just finished making the base for this bench. Actually, that's not the length of the bench. It will be longer than this one. I'm just putting it there just for reference, so to give you guys an idea where it will be, where it will be placed. Just a placeholder, basically. Yeah, and in here I'll probably put some sort of like grass type material, kind of like brown, because in the picture, if you look at the picture, see it has some sort of like dirt and grass in there. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. and there's gonna be like I think a little wall at the back also that I'm gonna add. And I'm just gonna, you know, paint this. I'm still figuring out what I would do for the background. I'm thinking of maybe just looking for a photo background online and see if I can blow it up. You know, the actual you know, location where it, you know, where this thing is from. So if I can get kind of like that background picture right there somewhere that I could use for this, that would be great. So I'll try to do that tomorrow and see from there. But yeah, for tonight, this is a good progress. It's kind of late already, so I think I'm gonna retire for tonight, but just want to show you my progress. So here's the completed mini diorama for my Forrest Gump photo scene. The bench came out way better than I anticipated. Looks, you know, I made it to look as close to the original bench that was used in the scene. The same thing for the platform or paving that bench was sitting on, and the same thing for that back wall. That's a part of the scene as well. And then of course that photo background in the back is the actual park behind that scene. So everything in this setup is as close as possible to the original Forrest Gump scene. So if I show you this and I show you this one, I think I did a pretty good job actually. See again, and this one. Yeah, so here's the, you know, fully painted. I added this greenery. I actually have a pack of these. You know, I think I got it from the dollar store, and it's, you know, it's a mixture of all this. So which, you know, worked out perfectly because you know, on the picture it looks like you know, the plants along around that, you know, platform is actually doesn't look all the same. So you know, this lend itself very good for this scene. I mean, for the mini diorama. And then I mentioned that I'm actually doing a little twist on my actual scene. So instead of a box of chocolate, I'm actually using a box of grenades. And that box of grenades, I also made that from scratch. So put it down here. Yeah, so this cover and that box I made from using coffee stir sticks, and just, you know, weathered it off to make it look, you know, kind of dirty. And then this actual grenades that I use here is, I actually had this I actually bought it from, you know, a couple of days ago. It's actually a miniature kind of like yarn roll of yarns, and so I just converted it and I added a little piece on top, the yellow piece on top, and added like a little, I wrap it around with actually tape so that it looked like it's like a label or something. But yeah, that one came out good too, you know. I mean, then I colored it green and just weathered it with a little bit of metallic silver, and yeah, it came out, came out perfect. So yeah, so here's a completed mini diorama. If you're interested in the scene that I'm actually gonna be doing here, I'll be posting another video with my setup, my actual setup for my entry, and you'll see the figures that I'll be using for that. Okay, so yeah, if you're interested, check that one out, and hopefully this video was able to give you an idea in making a mini Forrest Gump scene for yourself. So all right, well, thanks for joining, and I'll see you next time.